Hi everyone, it is Beth with Flying by the Seed of my plants, and I am going to take you around right now my garden. I haven't had a chance to really maintain a lot of things in it. I went ahead and started a part-time job, which actually is almost full-time. And I have been off for the last year and a half pretty much, that early retirement buyout that I took. But anyhow, just needed to supplement a little more income, and so I decided to go ahead and get a job, and I like it. It's something that's totally different. But everybody there is really nice, and this one is working with the public, which I have not really done in a long time, because for almost 10 years I worked from home. So the whole thing is different. I think I got, well, I don't know if I got everything out of here, but that's what I picked so far. But I'm going to take you back by the trellis with the other beans, but here's what's going on over in here. The butterfly bush really didn't do all that well this year for some reason. I have to go ahead and cut off all the dead blooms and get that going again. But I have some beautiful sunflowers, some zinnia, calendula. This is the cinnamon basil. It's gone to flower, which that's fine. Cilantro. I'll be making salsa pretty soon, so I'm glad I have that. And Abby, what are you doing? Are you hiding? Oh, here's some more beans. I'm going to have to go back around and pick more, because I know I'm probably missing quite a few. Alright, I'm going to take you back by, well, I'll start off by the peppers. Show you what's going on over here. And the onions. So here is some more zinnias. Absolutely gorgeous. And here is a tomato plant that I kind of just neglected. This was from my stepdad. Even though I had, you know, probably 1,000 tomato plants, he went ahead and bought me one. So anyhow, and it was after I already planted them in the main garden, so. But anyhow, here are my onions, so I will be pulling these guys. I already did pick some, but that is a really nice size. So I'm going to lay that over here and come back for it. Here are some of the lemon spice jalapenos that are starting to turn color. So I will be, as they change color, picking those. Here is an orange spice jalapeno, and I love the colors. There is another lemon spice jalapeno. That's a nice size one. Oh my gosh. Let me see if I can pick this up. So I'm just waiting for all those to change color. And I think these are just the regular jalapenos. I don't know if it's a Craig's Grande, or it could be an orange spice. I don't know. Anyhow, all the peppers. The hot peppers did great this year. This, what is that? I got it marked as a Craig's Grande. I'm not really sure though. And everything is still wet. Oh, look at that. What in the world is that? Huh. It's a pepper. but I don't know what kind. Wow, that just happened. You know what? Now here I went ahead and planted some zinnias. I honestly don't know what this is. I don't know if you guys know what it is. Look at that. I wonder if that was in with the zinnia seeds. Interesting. And then I got more, these are the Anaheim, I believe. Here is the Count Dracula. And these are black, and they will turn a wonderful lipstick red. And one thing I've been picking a lot of, and right now they are dehydrating, is the paprika pepper. But I'm dehydrating, and I'm going to go ahead and powder them up. This looks like another, I think that's an Anaheim. And shishitos. I've been picking so many shishitos, and I absolutely love them. I did freeze a batch just the way they are, and I will take them out later and cook them as I want. Here's some more onions. Look at these. So let's pull this one. Beautiful size onions. Some are small, some are bigger. So grab my basket. I don't know, tonight when I get done I might pick more. Oh, here's how this garden looks here. I have to really weed, but I think it looks beautiful. Very crowded in there. Hey, Abby, what are you doing? Come here. Oh, really? Okay, so I'm gonna walk down here. Some more peppers. These are the Cubanelle. Whoa, look at that. That is, what is that? Let's see if I could find the marker. Craig's Grande. Are you kidding me? Look at the size of that. These are beautiful. I have to clean these beds out too. So I'm going to bring you back around when I get all that done. I'm going to go ahead and refresh all of this. I think I might plant my garlic here next this fall. Right now it's mid-October. I don't know, probably, I think, not October, August. It's like August 8th. Alright, so yeah, I got a lot of stuff I got to get done. These are the snapdragons. They've been absolutely gorgeous. Here is the yellow wax. I went ahead and I did pick some of these actually and stuffed them, but I have a few more coming in. And here is, that was supposed to be the datil pepper. And actually it is, when it was green, it looked very much like the poblano. Oh, here's one. So I think that is a poblano, and I found some recipes for that. But I'm going to go ahead and freeze these whole too, because right now I just don't have time to make those recipes. And in the wintertime, you know, when I'm stuck in the house, that's when I really like making some really good dishes. So here are the pumpkin, and one I actually cut accidentally with my scissors, so one's been sitting on the table outside, and it's ripening up there. So if you ever accidentally cut a pumpkin and it's still green, don't worry. Just let it sit and it will turn orange. And these are my sugar pie pumpkin. And over here, this is the Kajari that I went ahead and restarted because the groundhog was snacking on a lot of them. Plus, oh, that was a hummingbird that just went by. Look at all those poblanos in there. But anyhow, here is the Kajari melon. So this is growing nicely. The groundhog went ahead and munched on the first ones. Plus, I did not... I added more compost to this before I planted these. These beds right here I did last year. These 4 beds. And everything was absolutely gorgeous in them. And this year, I don't know why, but I didn't even think about amending the soil in them. So from last year, everything was gorgeous. And they took a lot of nutrients. So the cucumbers really did not do well. I did have some cucumber beetles this year, which I killed over 24 of them. And then after that, I really didn't see that many, but I don't know if they already did some damage. So the cucumbers definitely did not do as well as they did last year in this spot. So this year, at the end of the season, all of these beds are going to be amended. I will take out a lot of the soil, especially if it was cucumber beetle damage, because they have disease that they can spread. So, you know, I'm gonna amend all this soil, but hopefully I get some Kajari. We still have a lot of time left. Pumpkin. And here, these guys are pretty much, you know, I had national pickling cucumbers here, and I don't know, they did well in the beginning, and then they petered out. And that's where I don't know if it was cucumber beetle or our weather, or I'm not sure. Of course, groundhog. Yep. And anytime I see stuff like this, and some of the cucumbers that just don't like this, I'm going to throw it over the fence for the deer. But this is all coming out. Look, he even got that one. Squash did not do all that well for me. I mean, I got a few, but not as many as I would like. And then I did have acorn squash in here, and the groundhog ate the 2 that I did have. So squash was not the most productive over here. I'm going to show you another bed. But here is the patty pan. Oh, here's a good one here. And, oh, this trellis. These are the purple pole beans, which I do have to pick a lot of these. And I already picked a whole bunch already. So I'm going to show you around more, and then I'm going to come back and harvest a lot of these. I just love these. This did very well on the trellis compared to everything else. But lessons learned, you know, every year, if you're doing raised bed gardening like this, you have to amend your soil every year. Whether you're removing some old soil, replenishing with compost. Wow, that one went too long. But I could save the seeds. So I'm going to come back and harvest more of these. And I'm going to go ahead and take you in the in-ground. And in here, in the very beginning of the season, I probably weeded in here maybe 4 times. And in the very beginning is when I really kept up with it. And I mean, there's a few weeds in here, but nothing like it would be if I didn't do that. So I'm going to show you a couple things in here. Yeah, but you gotta stay out. So here are my Amish paste. And this one's probably about a half a pound right here. This one. There's some more Amish paste. That's a huge Amish paste. And here's another one. It's like a double Amish paste in one to me. And these are starting to blush. A lot of them, I picked some yesterday before, or the day before a lot of the rain. So they wouldn't, with all the rain that we got, they wouldn't crack. Because once they blush, pretty much they're done, you know, growing as far as the size. But if they get a whole bunch of rain or too much water, they can crack. Here's all the San Marzanos. And those I will be freezing until I can can them. And I'm doing a video showing you how I do that. Here's a little bit of the blight. But I've been keeping up with trying to prune them to keep the blight off. But if you have signs of blight, you want to cut that off, the branches. And I have just been throwing them in the burn pile. This here is a pineapple. A little bit of damage on there, but you can always cut that out. Here are some more zinnias growing here. And there's some more San Marzanos. And then I have cherry tomatoes. Those are the super sweet 100s. These here are the blueberries. So it gets blue on the shoulder wherever the sun hits it, and then turns a red on the bottom. They're pretty tasty. Here is the black strawberry. Here is the black cherry. I love these. And they kind of turn like a chocolate color, but they're so delicious. If you have not grown these are so wonderful to grow and eat. Oh, the zinnia. Here is the, I believe that's a russet potato. This is all the potato plant. So, once that starts dying back, I can empty that out. I'll show you guys when I do that. And here is a squash. I don't know if that is acorn. I don't know. We'll find out though. And here is more tomatoes. And look at that. I don't know what that is. I don't know if something got into it. Which one is this one? Oh, an anise noor. That's pretty sad, but I have more. Don't know what that is, so throw it over for the deer. Here is the sun gold. These are absolutely delicious also. Here is a very large pineapple. And another one. Let's see what this one is. Oh, Thornburg Chericata. Some more here. Beefsteak. Everything along this edge. Some of it has done well. But, oh, look at those. Those are the beefsteak. Like this one, not doing well at all. Last year I had my San Marzanos on this side of the garden. So I definitely have to get my soil tested because it's lacking in something. These are doing okay, you know, but this one only got this tall. So it's lacking, and I gotta find out what's going on. Here are the black beauties. These are, I can't wait to try them, but they are still green on the bottom. They are not ripe until they get red on the bottom. So I'm waiting for those. My first year doing the black beauty. Here's some more of the sun gold. Let's see what's going on in here. No squash on that. But I've seen, I don't know, the groundhog has been coming in here. He actually opens my fence. What do we got going here? Oh, black cherry. You have to pick a lot of those. There's the black strawberry. Okay, so these are just gorgeous. The bees have been busy. So now I'll take you to another part of the garden. I gotta fix that fence when I come back. So I showed you the cucumbers. These I'm gonna be pulling. I do want to start some more cucumber plants. Don't know if I'm gonna do them in the raised beds. I mean, our first frost, Northeast Ohio, they're saying around October 31st. So right now, it's about August 8th, I think. So you have August, September, October, like, I don't know. Anyhow, over 80 days. So I probably could put a couple in here just to see. But yeah, these are not doing that great, but hey, I did get quite a few. I probably got about, I don't know, maybe 50 cucumbers, so that's not bad. And then over here, this was my yellow squash. Did not do well. This is my zucchini. I've gotten a couple. Did not do well. Looks like there's a couple of yellow squash. I don't know how they're gonna do. Sunflowers. And then here is the jungle. This area. Here are all of a bunch of potatoes that I planted, so I can't wait to dig into these to see what I got. That one there didn't make it. That was in the beginning. Here is Swiss chard. So I do want to pick these. And then, of course, I planted some more sunflowers. The bees enjoy it. The birds love it. Here, oh, it's another black strawberry. Because I did do some trellising. I trellised up some tomatoes on these arches. And in here, let's go in the jungle. Watch out, Abby. Here's some more Swiss chard. And this is Queen of the Night, but these are on the lower branches, so the sun really hasn't hit it, so that's why they didn't get really black. Because wherever the sun would hit it, that's where, oh, there's one. It's got some color in it. But up here, I think I'll see a lot more of the dark color. These are the Queen of the Night. More black cherries. And those are the super sweet 100s. And now behind me right here, this is all my eggplants. There's this one. I did a lot of the long purple eggplant, which I like. So, this is my first year with these beds. So, I planted a lot of stuff here. Oh, this is the climbing triple crop tomato. This is the one that goes up to like 14, 15 feet. Oh, that's a cherry interrupting it. So, I don't know, maybe I should have kept things more separate. Because no, it did not get tall. But I think that's because of what I planted all in here. And now I have these beets. So I do have to pull those. And on this side, I have all my basil. So I will be harvesting that and making pesto and different ways of preserving this. And over here is some more peppers. Cubanelle. I got some awesome cubanelle going on in here. Looks like that branch broke off. So I have to get back here and go through these. I already picked some and stuffed them with that sausage and cooked them and then put them in the freezer. So here's, oh, shoot. Oh, good. Some more down here. I gotta get out here and pick. That's what I mean. I got a job, I think, at the worst possible time. When everything's just really, really starting to come in. This is a bell pepper. California Wonder. And I did pick some of those. Oh, here's a purple bell. So yeah, and I got to figure out next year, I got to figure it out. I think I did plant the peppers too densely. These are the sweet bell peppers and the cubanelles. Because I did have to take some out. Oh, look at the size of that one. That's a nice one. They're not getting enough sun, I don't think. I mean, they like to hold hands, but I am back here, and there's also that tree. So that's a factor. And these beds are so big, because I have planted peppers and eggplant and everything back in this area before, but these are much larger beds. And I just think I just did too many. There is another potato bag, russet potatoes back there. And so I got to figure out gardening for next year, all back in this area, but it was my first year with these raised beds, so, that's all right. That's how you find out how things do. Some more eggplant. Beautiful zinnias. And the sunflowers. And in here I got a lot of, I did plant butternut squash and honey nut squash. This right here looks like it might be a honey nut. But again, there's more in there. I got a lot. Now these squash did really well. So all of these beds will of course have to be amended for next year. Got a bunch of squash. Oh, and here. I got a lot of the squash, which makes me very, very happy because it is a winter squash, so it does store well. Here is some more patty pans. And some more here. And I did that video on cutting out the male flowers. I don't know. It might have helped a little, but I still ended up with a lot of male flowers. So birds have been munching on the sunflowers. Oh, there's another patty pan in there. So I'm going to have to go through and pick some of these, but I do have a lot of the winter squash, the butternut squash in here, and honey nut. And here's another basil, so I got to go through there. Calendula. These are more of the, oh, here's another, oh, Queen of the Night right here. So look how beautiful that is. I'm going to come over here and pick some of these. Here's a Queen of the Night. That makes me very happy. Some more sun gold. Oh, and I got the tropical sunset in here. So that is a jungle part, and I just have to really sit down and plan my garden for next year to see how I'm going to do this. And those arches, here is the butterfly garden. Don't know what this is. I'm sure I'll find out in the next few days. Gladiolus, of course, with all the rain, they got a little sad, so I got to pick some of these, cut them, and put them in a vase. Here is okra. That's about as big as it got, so I got to take a lot of notes. Oh, dahlias, I believe. Maybe not. There's some sunflowers, no, zinnias down here that are going to bloom. That was a bee. And I've been checking. See, that's from all the rain. I had to come out here and cut some of these. Refresh the vase. Oh, look at that guy just hovering. More sunflowers. The snapdragons did wonderful this year. And I'll have to see if any come back next year. It depends on our winter. There's a lot of milkweed. I keep looking for the little monarch caterpillars, but so far I haven't found any. Black-eyed Susans, just gorgeous. I did not plant these. Birds planted them. Here's a bunch of pods for the milkweed. Now, it was in August, a couple years ago, that this is when I started seeing caterpillars. So right now it's August 9th, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, I don't think I am going to have to winter sow any milkweed this winter. And then here is a last minute raised bed I did. I had extra San Marzano, so I put them in here. Threw quite a bit in here. I believe this is the Cosmos. And more beans. So I got a lot of beans. I do have to pick. Here's the dragon tongue. So I got to pick all of these. Got quite a few in here. And I did do some purple in here as well. And the purple, of course, when you do cook them, they turn green. That's okay. I got a lot of beans I got to pick. Here's another San Marzano extra that I threw in here, but it did pretty well. Some spent Cosmos. Japanese beetles were bad this year. And then my blackberry bush and black raspberry. I got a lot of black raspberries. I did pick some of these. I got to pick more. And this is the Mexican sunflower. You can see all these buds. This is all going to open up with the beautiful flowers. And rudbeckia. These were all planted by birds. There's more of the black-eyed Susans. I got to get in here and clean this all out, meaning weeding and stuff like that. I got to go ahead and cut a lot of these so that I get more blooms. The zinnias. Clean all this. Trim down and different things like that. Very, very, to me, neglected right now, but I'm still getting food. Here are Tiny Tim tomatoes, so I gotta pick all these. And there's a recipe I absolutely love where you do the feta cheese with the cherry tomatoes. Right now I also have some dehydrating. When I dehydrate them, to me, it's like, if it doesn't dehydrate them till they're totally dry and then you eat them, it's like eating gummy bears. They're really good. So I'm going to dehydrate some more and also make another batch of the feta cheese with the cherry tomatoes. I could show you how I do that when I do it. Oh, and the mini bell peppers. Multicolor one. More cinnamon basil. I also had some, I broke off some more peppers. Holy basil in here, which I think this one is the holy basil. And I want this to flower so I can get seeds from that. So that's another thing, I'm starting to save seeds. Okay, here's something I want to show you real quick. This is an eggplant, actually. And there are several on here. There's more there. And this was actually a free seed from Baker's Creek. And this is the Melanzana rosa di rotunda eggplant. And a lot of reviews said it was bitter, but they are suggesting that this is a pickling eggplant. So I gotta look up the recipe. It might be in their catalog, so I gotta look. But anyhow, I thought it was pretty interesting. That is actually an eggplant. So wanted to share that with you. And this is the beds around the greenhouse. Different sunflowers. Those are zinnias. And I have celery coming back. And I did a bunch of celery and froze it. And I do have some carrots coming back. I do want to plant more in this bed. And then I have all the flowers here with the zinnias. And I have to deadhead a lot of them. But the schedule kind of changed for me, so I'm trying to get used to that. But I'm going to bring it back when I get my yard back in order, because I have to weed whack, and some more blackberries there. I got to weed whack, mow the grass, things like that. And I am working on things in the garden in between actually now having a job. So, Tiny Tim. Some more Tiny Tim. And Tiny Tim down there. And there's a recipe I'm going to share with you guys when I pick those. And right now I am dehydrating paprika peppers. So, a lot going on. Okay, so that is the tour of the garden, the way it looks right now. It's been really busy for me the last couple weeks. I started training on a new job, and I have been off for like a year and a half. So this is all new. It's new for me, it's new for Abby. And, but I wanted to show you, you know, sometimes the gardens don't always look the best. But the trellises with the garden beds that I put in last year, definitely I need to amend the soil. It definitely, absolutely affected how they grew this year. The beans did good. They don't need a lot of nutrients. But, so I think I'm going to go through those plants again, and a lot of the cucumbers are coming out, and I don't know if a lot of that didn't do well because of the cucumber beetle. I had over 2 dozen that I know that I killed. And one thing about the cucumber beetle, it can pass on disease, which is not good. So I am going to remove some of that soil and put some new ones in, and you know, hopefully, you know, for next year. And I might throw in a couple of cucumber seeds actually in the beds after I amend them, just to see how they do. Our first frost isn't until, they say, around October 31st. I'm in Northeast Ohio, so I'm going to give it a try. But a big thing I do have to do is go around and deadhead a lot of flowers, pick some, work on the zinnias, work on the butterfly bush, as far as cutting the spent flowers off, and plus cutting some flowers for the vase. And but it is really productive. I'm getting a lot of beans. These are the beans I ended up picking today, and so I'm going to freeze those. Whatever Abby doesn't eat, she likes the beans, and right now I'm playing catch with her. So, but anyhow, I wanted to share that stuff with you, and I'm going to put a word of caution out there. Another thing that was going on that took up a lot of my time, and still taking up my time, is I actually had identity theft. And this just happened the last couple weeks. And, you know, when I talked to the fraud department at the bank, trying to figure out how this happened, and because somebody actually got my name, my social security number, my date of birth, my address. They were trying to open up a new account in my name, so they were pulling money out of my accounts, and I got it all back because I did jump on it right away. So, word of advice: check your bank accounts daily. And so I ended up closing that account, opening new accounts. But the one way that we thought it might happen, because I was looking for jobs, and in today's world everything is done on the internet, and you just got to be really, really careful. And we think what happened was, you know, I clicked on an application link, and it wasn't truly for an application for the job I was applying for. And so if you do stuff like that, you know, go straight to the company website. Don't click on any links if it's from Indeed or, you know, Monster, all those different job places out there that send you all these, you know, they're hiring. So that's the only thing we could think of. But it could have been another way. I don't know. So I just wanted to caution you guys, and, you know, check your accounts daily. You know, with the technology today, it gets really easy for those thieves. I mean, it's pretty terrible. But anyhow, it's all under control. You know, you have to take steps after something like that happens, you know, freezing your credit, different things like that. But, so, okay, that's about it. And I'm going to play with Abby for a while. I have stuff dehydrating, and going to get the yard back in shape. And so I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. And I'm going to try and get more videos up. I know, you know, for a couple weeks there, I don't know when the last time I put a video up. But it's just sharing my garden with you guys and things that I do. So hope you enjoy it. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. And thanks to all the subscribers. I really appreciate that. And that's about it. So I will talk to you on the next one. All right, bye.